Good morning. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. It's a little bit cool. Perfect temperature to be climbing a mountain. I'm going to head south of Yaremche, where I can get on a trail which will take me, I think, right up to the top of there. Well, I think I'm going to get out of breath today, because looking around, them hills look pretty steep. But I'm going up this side, which doesn't look too bad. 1848. This looks like some of the Hutsul people's art. So I would imagine that around here, during more busy times, that there would be people selling local Hutsul crafts and maybe some food. Obviously there's nothing going on at the minute. I appear to have come on the wrong trail. This is not the trail to the top of the mountain. This is the Dovbush trail, which will take me to the rocks, which I did want to see, but I also wanted to get to the top of the mountain. Saved myself 3 hours. This trail was set up to immortalise the People's Resistance Army, Aprishke, and its leader, Aleska Dovbush. The movement existed from the 16th to the 19th centuries in protest at the oppression of the Polish gentry. So the peasants would hide out in the mountains and attack the Polish gentry that had been keeping them oppressed for so long. And Dovbush himself was actually killed by a traitor, but the movement carried on without him for many more years. Didn't realise how high up I was already. See the road down there. You certainly don't want to be relying on this for support. So here it gives you some of the information about the animals that you can see in the Carpathian mountains. So you've got the red deer, fox, salamander, river trout, golden eagle, black stork. I'm fine with all those things. Lynxes and brown bears and wolves, don't particularly want to bump into any of them. Bloody hell. Imagine seeing a bear all of a sudden. Right, Dovbush Rock, 0.3 miles. Well, this is the Dovbush Rocks, which is unfortunately been covered in graffiti. I just discovered that you can get to the top of the mountain from where I just came in. I thought you could. And I basically got to follow these symbols on the trees. Obviously, it being a mountain, it's all going to be uphill, and apparently it takes 2 hours. But I was thinking, do you know what, I'll just have an easy day today and just chill out. But it would be a real waste to come to these mountains and not climb at least one of them. I'm going to do it. On the reviews, he said it's a fairly mild hike. I don't know how this can be considered mild. Bloody hell. Beautiful. Basically, I've come out of Dovbush Rocks and then climbed uphill a bit and then turned right, and it's brought me to this road which just keeps going up and up and up, and then there's a right turn to take me that way. I don't know if that's going to be an uphill or a flat walk. Really hope it's flat, but I don't know how long this goes on yet. I can see some telegraph pole with the wires going across, so maybe that's where I start to turn right. That will please me immensely. Well, it turns out that this is where the road bears right, but I've still got another 1.5 kilometres to get to the peak. It looks like it's still going to be uphill. Apparently 1.5 kilometres down there is the oldest tree. Now, I'm presuming that it's signposted. I wouldn't like to try and just find it. What a beautiful view on both sides as well. So just on the hill to the peak of the mountain, we got the Virgin Mary. Well, I'm not far away from the peak, and as you can see already, the views are just stunning. It's absolutely still up here as well. I was expecting it to be windy, but there's just no breeze at all. You look at the trees, there's just nothing. It's just so still. I don't know if that's Yaremche. It looks too big to be Yaremche, to be honest. I think Yaremche's down there somewhere. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it is Yaremche, I don't know. But over on the other side you can see the views over here as well. It's kind of covered with the trees at the minute, but it's just beautiful. The last stretch of the trail to take me to the peak looks like it's going to be the steepest part, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it, really? You can see just in the distance there, you probably can't see it on here, there's a cross right at the top, and there are a couple of people up there, and that appears to be the highest point. This is going to be quite a tough finish to the trail. Feel pretty good though, and once I get up there, that's it. It's all downhill from there. They don't know about you and me, obviously. No, not us. We're the mountain people. Well, as you can see, I made it. I'm now right on the top, right on the peak, on the summit, and I've got to say, the views from up here are just incredible. This was the last little bit. This was the hardest bit, to be honest. That was very steep. I had to sit down a couple of times on that, but this was definitely worth it. I don't know how much the GoPro's picking up from the views. It's probably not doing it justice, what with the sun coming from over the mountain range over there, but it's just absolutely wonderful. Right, so I'm not going to go much further than this. I've reached the peak, and I'm just going to have a walk over here just to see if the views open out to the other side. Just look at it. If you do this trail, once you get to the cross, just turn right, walk for 100 metres, and then you get all this. How wonderful is that? They don't care about you and me, obviously. No, not us. We're the mountain people. It's all downhill from here. And what's that one doing out? So he wants to get back in, look. He's feeling lost out there by himself. Hello. Oh, you're cutie, aren't you? Oh, another one. Hello. No, they're all coming for a stroke now, look, aren't you? Yeah? You want a stroke as well? Eh? Well, that's a shame. This place is a traditional Hutsul restaurant, and oh, it says they sell lamb stew in English as well. You see the traditional Hutsul fabrics and decorations and art, and it's closed. And look at that, what a beautiful place that would have been to have some food. Some traditional Hutsul lamb stew would have been perfect right now. These guys coming from behind me, they've not done any bloody hiking, have they? Oh, coming in their 4x4s, look. There's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vehicles. I'm going to let these go past. There's not really enough room on the road for everyone. We got one last one here. We're gonna wave. So that was the Makovytsya trail to the peak of the Makovytsya mountain. Was it worth doing? I was in two minds at the start. When I saw it was 2 hours, it wasn't 2 hours at all. I did it in an hour, and that was with a couple of, 2 or 3 stops as well. So yeah, it was tough going, especially at the end, but definitely worth it. The views from up here are just stunning. It's a beautiful hike. So if you're in the Yaremche area, I guess one of the reasons why you're here is to explore the Carpathian mountains. It's a great place to start. Okay, so that's the way I came. That's where I've just been. And 2.5 kilometers will take me back to the town of Yaremche, and also to the waterfall. So I need to follow the green and yellow markings. So here goes. Should take me about an hour according to that. Well, I appear to still be quite high up, and this trail is going to take me down into the town. I've got to say, the trails in here are excellently marked. You literally can't go like 10 meters without seeing these painted symbols which tell you that you're on the right track, basically. And yeah, it's great hikes, these. I mean, there's another one here. I couldn't have really gone wrong there, could I? You can see the city of Yaremche just underneath us there. You can spot the church that I was outside, that's just down there. So my apartment will be down here somewhere, I guess. But this should bring me out at the waterfall, which I wanted to go and do anyway. So so that's worked out well. Whew. It's brought me out here, which is the entrance where I walked past earlier on, before I walked around to the entrance further round. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't go up that way, because that was steep. It was hard enough coming down. Going up would have been a nightmare. So I think around here there's the waterfall. This is very nice around here. Look at this. This is old, the traditional Hutsul buildings and monuments, because everything is made out of wood. The Hutsuls believe that everything should be related to nature, which is why all their buildings and churches and everything is made out of wood, basically. So souvenir shops there. I would imagine it gets quite busy in the summer months. Again, it's unfortunate because you've got this, it is a beautiful area. It's not the most amazing waterfall in the world, but it's very, very pretty. And it's obviously it gets tourists because you've got all the souvenir shops around there and food places and stuff. And then you see like cigarette boxes, coffee cups, sweet wrappers. So I've been in places where it's been worse. I just can't get my head around the mentality of people that would come to a place like this and just throw away their trash. They're just basically dicks, aren't they? That's all there is to it. They're just absolute dicks. And the lovely warm things. The woman's closing up shop for the day. She has to have a pole to bring down all the things that are hanging. It's a lengthy old task. I wonder how much she's sold today. Judging by the amount of tourists, probably not that much. I'm not sure I would like to walk across that, to be honest. Oh yeah, they are spaced out, them things, aren't they? It's like something out of Squid Game. I got everything done. I got up to the peak of the mountain and back. I got to see the Dovbush rocks. I got to see the waterfall. And it's still light. It's 4:30. The crepes are wearing off. So I reckon now it's time for some food and maybe even a couple of cheeky pints. I'm not going crazy. I've got a travel day tomorrow, and why do I keep saying that? Yeah, so I'm going for some pints. Now, there isn't actually a bar in Yaremche. There's restaurants that serve alcohol, so I need food. And all I've had on my mind since I was at the peak of the mountain and that place that was closed that was selling Hutsul lamb stew, and I really bloody want some of that. Nice, hearty, warm meal, because it is quite cold. I am quite cold right now. Yeah, if I can find some of that, that would be lovely. Now, most of the places weren't open earlier, so maybe they'll be open now, but who knows? Lamb stew, come on Yaremche. Now that is not a bridge I would want to cross. I'll get straight to that. See, there's all these restaurants here, none of them are open apart from this one. So I might go and check out the menu. Very cold out there now, so I was going to go for the pork ribs, but instead I've gone for the beef stroganoff, because I think that's going to be more like a stew, closer to what I was after. Some hearty food and some local beer. Lovely. Well, that's it for my time in Yaremche. So I'm on the move again now, and I've got to find the bus to my next destination. Now that's the bus station, but a guy in the bus told me that I need to wait at this bus stop. There's no information at all, not even in Cyrillic. So it's just a case of just hoping I find my bus. Well, I've got a 20-minute wait, so wish me luck.
Yes.